Welcome to Recap World. Today we are discussing a movie in which loyalties are tested when five friends and former Special Forces operatives reunite to take down a South American drug lord, unleashing a chain of unintended consequences. The movie opens with a female soldier beckoning William onto the stage. William delivers a stirring speech to the soldiers, emphasizing the sacrifices of warriors. The scene transitions to a helicopter soaring above a city, carrying Santiago alongside Colombian police, who are escorting a convoy. Touching down on the city's outskirts, Santiago disembarks and joins the Colombian police, positioning themselves on a rooftop. As the operation commences, vehicles converge on a house where drug smugglers have taken refuge. Despite police warnings to surrender, the criminals open fire. Seeing a wounded soldier in danger, Santiago descends from the roof, seizes the soldier's weapon, and pulls them to safety. Together, they maneuver to a different vantage point on another rooftop to gain a clearer line of sight on the targets. He launches a grenade into the house, eliminating the smugglers. With the police swiftly moving in, they apprehend the remaining criminals. One of them confesses that their boss is hiding in the jungle with the stash of money. Emerging from the room, Santiago witnesses the police neutralizing the remaining threats and detaining the women and children found within the premises. As they load them into a police vehicle, one woman breaks free and makes a dash for it. Santiago takes pursuit on foot, with police officers joining the chase on bikes. The pursuit leads to the outskirts of the city, where Santiago eventually exhausts himself and halts his pursuit. Coming back to the city, he hails a taxi and retreats to a nearby house, slipping inside. Inside the house, Santiago meets the woman who had managed to evade capture, who turns out to be Santiago's informant, Giovanna. She explains that she had gone to the house to warn her brother of an imminent raid and implores Santiago to help extract him. In exchange, she offers the location of the drug lord Lorea and his fortune. The scene shifts, with William delivering a speech to the soldiers while Santiago quietly sits in the background. Santiago approaches William, asking if he is prepared to assist the Colombian police in apprehending Lorea. However, William requests that Santiago enlist Tom for the mission first. Santiago contacts Tom, informing him of the plan to aid the Colombian police in apprehending Lorea, but Tom declines, stating that he is retired. Santiago convinces him to at least review the plan, and after some deliberation, he acquiesces. Santiago then updates William on his conversation with Tom. Soon after, Ben and Francisco arrive to meet Santiago. While Santiago extends the same job offer to Francisco, he declines due to his suspended pilot license. As Tom arrives, he agrees to serve as a consultant for the mission. With Francisco, William, and Ben also on board, they enter the country, drive toward Lorea's house and discreetly park their car in the jungle. Equipped with firearms and communication devices, they proceed on foot towards Lorea's residence, beginning reconnaissance of the area. Inside, Francisco discovers children at play, prompting Santiago to reveal a crucial detail that every Sunday, the household attends church, presenting an opportune moment for infiltration. Giovanna arrives with her money-laden truck, maneuvering it into Lorea's compound. After conducting a thorough reconnaissance of the premises and delivering the funds to Lorea, she departs. Later, the team convenes to strategize the raid, during which Santiago discloses his intention to personally rob Lorea without notifying the Colombian police. After some convincing, everyone agrees to proceed with the plan. Tom requests Santiago to arrange a van for transporting the money. Santiago heads to the market where he encounters Giovanna, who provides him with a recording of Lorea's house. Santiago then asks Giovanna to secure a van for his team. Later, he gathers with his friends, presenting them with the firearms and the recording of Lorea's residence. Tom provides the team with a comprehensive briefing, underscoring the illegal nature of their mission and the potential consequences it may entail. Upon returning to Lorea's residence, they exercise patience as they await the departure of his family for church. Giovanna arrives with both the van and a car, driving them into the compound. Upon their approach to the house, Giovanna leaves the van stationary and departs in the car. Subsequently, the team proceeds to enter the house stealthily, avoiding detection. Within the kitchen, they swiftly neutralize one guard and subdue another by shooting him in the leg and securing him. Despite conducting a thorough search, Lorea remains elusive within the confines of the residence. Upon entering Lorea's office, they discover the money bags to be empty. Suspicions arise when they find paint within the office, prompting them to break down a wall where they uncover concealed money. With determination, everyone joins in tearing down the wall and filling the bags with cash. Subsequently, they load all the bags into the van. As they continue their search within the house, they unearth more hidden compartments filled with money. Despite Tom persisting in extracting more cash, William advocates for their departure. Santiago urges one final sweep of the house to locate Lorea. Preparing to set fire to the house, they are caught off guard when Lorea emerges from a concealed closet, initiating gunfire. In retaliation, they return fire, resulting in Lorea's demise. During the altercation, William sustains an injury, prompting Santiago to administer first aid to him. Ben alerts the team to the approaching guards. Tom swiftly decides to eliminate the guards and set the house ablaze. As Lorea's guards enter, Tom and the team systematically eliminate each guard, securing the premises. Tom ignites the fire, engulfing the house in flames. Amidst the chaos, some guards attempt to commandeer the van, but the team successfully neutralizes them. Leaving the burning house behind, they make off with the money. They rendezvous at an old airstrip where Giovanna awaits them. Together, they unload the bags filled with money. William's associate arrives with a plane. Ben hands over the money, and the associate coordinates a helicopter for their extraction. Putting all the money on a net, Francisco raises concerns about the helicopter's capability to handle such a weight. Undeterred, Giovanna, her brother, and the team board the helicopter, with the net of money suspended below. Later, they drop off Giovanna at the Peru border before continuing their journey. Their route takes them across the Andes in an attempt to reach the ocean. However, as they attempt to cross a mountain, the weight proves too much for the chopper. They toss some bags overboard, but it fails to alleviate the strain on the engine, leading to its failure. While the chopper was descending, efforts to jettison the money are hindered by a malfunctioning mechanism. Ben takes matters into his own hands, exiting the chopper to manually release the cash. In the process, he loses his grip and falls from the aircraft. Francisco manages to crash-land the helicopter in an open field outside a village. All occupants of the helicopter emerge unharmed. Observing the crash, villagers approach and begin inspecting the scattered bags. Tom and Santiago confront the villagers, leading to a tense confrontation. When one villager wields a knife, Tom reacts out of fear, resulting in the shooting of 2 villagers. Others in the group intervene, pushing the villagers away from the bags and into the safety of the village. Seeking to make amends, Tom and Santiago offer compensation to the village chief for the families of the victims and purchase mules. Loading up the mules, they depart from the village. As they journey through the forest, rain begins, prompting them to seek shelter. Continuing through the dense foliage, they persevere in their quest to reach the ocean. During their attempt to traverse a mountainous terrain, one of their mules encounters a mishap and falls. Given the increasingly steep incline, they resort to using ropes to haul the bags upward, leaving the mules behind. Upon reaching the apex of a cliff, they establish a campsite. Subsequently, the biting cold prompts them to utilize the money as fuel for warmth. The subsequent day, as they commence their descent with the remaining money, they become the target of gunfire. In an effort to outmaneuver the assailant, Tom identifies and neutralizes one attacker. However, tragically, he succumbs to a fatal shot from a second assailant who approaches from behind. Reacting promptly, Santiago eliminates the second attacker. They wrap his body in cloth and begin to carry it alongside the bags. Gradually, they transport all the bags down from the mountain. Unable to discern the boat from their elevated vantage point, Ben decides to descend to assess the situation. Upon his return, Ben reports that the boat is indeed present, but a nearby village is teeming with Lorea's men, awaiting their arrival. Despite Santiago's resolve to proceed through them, Ben and William express disagreement. They collectively opt to retain only a portion of the money in the bags and discard the remainder in a nearby ridge. With heavy hearts, they carry Tom's body down the mountain. Under the cover of night, in the dense forest, Santiago instructs Ben to proceed to the boat and alert the crew to prepare for departure. Ben makes his way to the shore and swims out to the boat, relaying the message to start the engine. Meanwhile, as the rest of the group makes their way towards the shoreline, they are spotted by one of Lorea's men. They apprehend him, binding him and commandeering their vehicle before fleeing. En route, their vehicle is struck by another car, and upon inspection, they realize it is occupied by mere children. Fearing pursuit, they shoot the car's engine and hasten away. As more vehicles give chase, they engage in a firefight while navigating through the dense foliage until they finally reach the beach. Despite the relentless pursuit by Lorea's men, Santiago continues to fend them off, utilizing gunfire to disable their vehicles. Ben arrives with the boat just in time. They drive their car into the ocean and swim towards the waiting vessel, carrying Tom's body with them. Once aboard, they set sail from the shore. Returning to Mexico, they enlist the services of their lawyer to establish a trust, ensuring that the entirety of the money they brought back will provide ongoing financial support for Tom's family. Santiago facilitates the issuance of new passports and visas for everyone. Before parting ways, as William bids farewell to Santiago, he hands over the coordinates of the location where they disposed of the excess money.